we can look here. If you decide to make the payments based on some number of months other than 360, then we could put in the number of months here and see what that would be. For example, if you wanted to base the loan on a 15-year amortization instead of 30, the payments would be around $760 a month. To get a picture of this, we can click on Payment Options and look over here and see that based on this $90,000 at 6%, we could look at from 1 to 40 years and see about what the payments would be. This table here starts from 1 year and works to 40, and this one starts at 40 and works back to 1, depending on how you want to look at it. And you can see here a breakdown of what the payments would be from 1 to 40 years. So now let's go to the amortization schedule. The amortization schedule here is actually what everything is based on. We'll see that the loan begins here, the beginning interest rate, and this column is what the payment is. This one is the payment number. This is how long the loan has been going on in years and months. This column is what the actual interest is. This column is what portion of the payment goes to interest and what portion goes to principal. And this is a rolling balance of what is owed on the loan. For example, at the beginning, $90,000 is owed, day 1 of the loan. After 1 month of the loan, then principal-wise, about $90 has been paid, which leaves a balance of about $89,910 on the loan. As we go down, we can look and see here, month to month, how the loan would progress. All the way down to the 204 month or 17-year point, where the $58,350 would still be owed on the property. The amortization schedule is really flexible. We can go here and change any of the amounts or computations we did from the original calculator. For instance, if you want to change the starting date of the loan to 2 months later, say if the date started at 12/1, we put 12-1-08 here. If we wanted to change the interest rate to start off, for instance, at 0%, and the amount of the loan was the $90,000, but we could change it here if we'd like. The term of the loan, we can have a set term for a number of payments for the length of the loan. Say, for instance, if we wanted the loan to go on for 360 months, for instance, and the monthly payment could be entered here. Here's a place, once again, where you can compute what the monthly payment would be for whatever number of months. And if you wanted to use this, you would just click this box and use that amount. Also over here in the section here, if we wanted to at any time alter what the percentage interest on the loan is or what the payment is, we could change that here. I'll hit enter here and say if it was a 0% loan, which is basically just paying the principal off. I hit enter. You'll see here that with a 0% loan for 360 months or 30 years, then the payments would be $250 per month, and it would be 0% interest. So if we wanted to have, for instance, while we're having to do repairs on the property, the first 6 months we wanted 0% interest and 0 payments, we could come here and put in the monthly payment amount is 0 to start it off, and let's hit enter. This way you see that the loan will have 0 interest and 0 payments, and we'll have that for the first 6 months. say for instance, after the first 6 months you wanted the interest to go up to 3% with payments of $300 a month. And then at the end of the first year, we would take it on up to the 6% and we'd have $550 a month payments. But then at the end of the third year, the seller has a child going to college and will need some cash at that time. So at that time, we'll give them a lump sum payment of $5,000. And then continuing after that, the payment will go back to the $550 a month rate. So we'll hit enter here and see how the program did it. It warned you here that there were individual monthly changes in the interest and payment rates. You'll see here now the interest and payments for the first 6 months are 0. It's 3% for the next 6 months and the payments are $300. We'll note that starting the second year, the payment goes to $550 and the interest is at 6%. And when we go down to the third year, we'll notice that there was a balloon payment here, or a partial balloon payment of $5,000, and that the payments continued at $550 from there on. Now, we can go and look here back at the calculator, and we'll note that these numbers are reflected. For example, if they're willing to work with us for the 5-year period where we're making our payments as shown on the amortization schedule, and if the interest rate is as shown on the amortization schedule, then at the end of the 5-year period, they will have received a total of $121,674, and the buyer would have brought the seller's needs thoroughly within the negotiation. So this has been a quick run through. There are a lot of other components here in the program that we didn't show you and different things that the program can do, but that gives you a basic idea of what the MESO calculation system will do for you. Thank you.